This is Talk of the Town, a weekly program featuring community events happening in and around Northeast Michigan, with your host, Nancy Smitham, and get the latest from Alpena Community College with Dr. Don McMaster. And now, today's Talk of the Town.
Good morning and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Nancy Smitham. My first guest today is Stephanie Gandula from Thunder Bay National Marine Sanctuary. Good morning, Stephanie.
Good morning, Nancy.
So, 6th Annual International Film Festival. Unbelievable. I remember the first year you came here and told me you were doing an international film festival. I went, okay, and unbelievable where we are in 6 years.
I can't believe it. Once again, we have about 50 films. We have visiting filmmakers. I'm still narrowing down the numbers, but we'll have probably 10 visiting filmmakers coming from all over to share information about their craft and to present their films. These films, as you know, are from all over the world, and we couldn't do it without our partnership with the International Ocean Film Festival in San Francisco. And they've been doing their festival for 15 years.
Wow.
And so they're experts at getting these films, hundreds of submissions from so many countries all around the world, the latest in ocean filmmaking. So they get all those films, and then we're able to pick the top,
Yay.
to pick the best and bring them here to Northeast Michigan.
And since the boundaries have expanded, you've expanded where you actually hold the film festival too.
That's right. On Wednesday, we will be at the Rogers City Theater. And so Wednesday, January 24th, if you haven't been to that theater, it is a beautiful, historic, restored
Yes.
theater, great place to see movies. And then Thursday night, we head south to Harrisville to show a big, great package of films, local Great Lakes films and ocean films.
Yes.
At the Alpena County Library, and then back in Alpena for the full weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday in Alpena at the Great Lakes Maritime Heritage Center.
And this year you have a new component too. You have an educational portion.
That's exactly right. Very excited to really launch full force the festival education program, where we're able to provide screening opportunities for students all around Northeast Michigan to see these films that they might not see anywhere else. If they can't make it to the film festival, we put this call out and got dozens of classrooms to respond to a grant that we got through the Community Foundation to bus the students to the Heritage Center, to the theater in Alpena.
Yay.
To see these films. So they're getting a sneak peek. They got a sneak peek before everybody else. And we were also able to take a package of films to the Alpena High School. And so almost 300 high school students got to get a sneak peek as well. And then to the Rogers City, we'll be heading there on Wednesday. Just before we do the public screening on Wednesday night, we're inviting Onaway students and Rogers City students to come and get another sneak peek of these ocean and Great Lakes films.
You know, these films, like you said, run the gamut from, Great Lakes to the oceans, all around the world, different things. What's your favorite film so far?
You know, that's the toughest question, because my job, I'm very lucky with my job that I get to watch every single film, so I can create a good program for the audience. And I think I might change my mind all the time, because there's so many good films. And like you said, there's films, they range from 2 minutes long up to feature length. But I would have to say, one of my favorite films is going to be this Friday night, and it's the film festival premiere of Crossing Lake Huron. And that's all about a 30-minute documentary, all about the 3 stand-up paddlers that paddled all the way across Lake Huron to raise funds for the Friends of the Sanctuary. They did this last summer, and let me tell you, what a exciting adventure that was. I was lucky enough to get to be on the safety boat.
Yes.
And it took them about 28 hours standing up on those boards the entire time. So that's going to be a film you want to see, Crossing Lake Huron on Friday night.
Okay, so how do we participate? It sounds wonderful and exciting, and I want to be there. How do we participate?
If you go to thunderbayfriends.org, you'll find a link to the film festival, and there you can download the whole list of films. Like I said, about 50 films, and there's a description of all of them. And then there's also the film schedule. Both those documents you can download right from thunderbayfriends.org. Then you can even buy your tickets online.
Okay.
Cool thing about the festival is you can spend a couple hours, or you can spend the whole weekend with us, the whole week from Wednesday to Sunday. So you can just do one program, would be $6, and the full festival pass, what we call the Thunder Pass, is $100, and that gets you into all the programs and the Great Lakes Gala, which is the opening reception on Friday night at the Heritage Center in Alpena.
And we have a local filmmaker, I understand, that's going to be debuting.
We do. We have a number of Great Lakes filmmakers and local filmmakers. Zachary Irving is going to be presenting his film series, Michigan Micro Adventures, which we're really excited to be sharing. And he's also he's part of the team that was on the filmmaking team with Mary Ellen Jones for an amazing, beautiful film that's going to be featured in Harrisville. It's called Blood Memory, and it's just a beautiful film. You don't want to miss that. That's definitely another highlight of the festival is Thursday night, premiering that film along with a collection of ocean films. And
we want to let people know, come rain or shine, these films will be shown.
Absolutely. In fact,
I should say snow instead of rain, probably.
That's right. In fact, what better way to spend a snowy afternoon than with some popcorn and watching some great ocean and Great Lakes movies in the Heritage Center.
And when they're there, after and in between viewing, they can look at the great exhibits.
Oh, that's right. In fact, the exhibits are open year-round, of course, and the Science on a Sphere will have some special programming as well, so you really can make it a full weekend enjoying all these films. A real special thing I think about the film festival is the different issues and subjects and topics that we can really bring to light. I mean, you might be at the Heritage Center Theater in Alpena or in the library in Harrisville or the theater in Rogers City, but you're being transported to these beautiful ocean places all around the world and learning about issues and learning about the people and the cultures that you're really not going to see anywhere else.
And the ecology and how to preserve what we have and not take it for granted.
That's right.
When you brought in the contents of that albatross's stomach, I could not believe. I mean, that was just mind-boggling for me. In fact, I started going online and Googling and looking at things. And I just saw something in the Free Press this week about a film that explores the ocean bottom, and it shows what's on the ocean. It's just unbelievable.
It is. It's one of the last unexplored frontiers for sure. And like you said, there's a lot of science, a lot of cutting-edge research that you're going to see in these films. And those issues, like you were talking about the albatross's stomach content.
Yes.
I mean, plastic pollution, climate change, overfishing, all of these things are definitely visited and addressed, but there's also a lot of exciting and happy things to see. I mean, you're exposed to these cultures that are dealing with these issues in a very positive way as well.
And seeing things that you never dreamed were out there. So these are the beautiful posters that are out and about everywhere.
That's right.
So once again, the 6th annual Dive In, January 24th to 28th. And be there and enjoy some wonderful films. And thank you so much to you and your staff for putting this together and making it available for all of us right in our own backyard.
Oh, for sure. It's one of our favorite projects throughout the year.
Thank you. I'll be right back with Stacy Rosanowski and some information about a comedy show from Friends Together following these messages. Hi, welcome back. I'm with Stacy Rosanowski from Friends Together. Hi, Stacy, and welcome.
Hi, thank you.
I'm glad to have you here, and today the first thing we're going to start talking about is the Friends Together comedy show. It's an annual event, one of the best comedy shows around.
It is. It's on February 2nd. It's Friday night. The doors open at 6:30. The show starts at 7:30, and it's dueling pianos again this year, backed by popular demand. We've been selling out, so we're selling tickets. They're $25 each, and they're available at Friends Together right now.
And the dueling pianos is one of the best shows that you'll see. You know, they don't break any borders anyway, and they're funny, they're hilarious, they get people up on the stage, they raise a ton of money, they're just hysterical. And what I love best about the comedy show is the eclectic audience that attends.
Yeah, everybody has so much fun at that show. There's a lot of crowd interaction. It's just a really good night. It brings a lot of our groups together, and it's just a really good night.
You know, there can be doctors and lawyers on this side, and there can be, nurses and doctors on this side, and there's people from every walk of life come to that show, and the laughter and the noise is hysterical. Plus, we have lots of prizes we give away.
Yep, we have prizes that we give away. We always have a big raffle, so we've got some surprises coming your way.
Oh, yay.
For that, so yeah.
And it's always a fun night. And the date again is?
It's February 2nd.
Okay.
The ticket includes pizza. We have a little break and we have pizza. There's a cash bar. It's 21 and over show, so it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
And I'd like to encourage everyone to come. And this year it's sponsored by a new sponsor, Star Staffing.
Yes, Star Staffing Alpena has stepped up and been our major sponsor event for the comedy show. So we are very thankful for them.
Oh, yes, and so many people come together to make this event happen, the board of directors and volunteers galore that help. So, Stacey, give me an idea of what some of the money goes for that gets raised at this event.
Sometimes it's just support for our groups. Sometimes it is helping with lodging for people who have to go out of town, gas, you name it, we are helping people. Gas cards, we give a ton of gas cards out a month.
I know, I remember 1 month last year, the statistic I was given was $3,000 a month for gas cards.
We're well over $3,000 a month now. It's like we can't keep up with them.
And you know, what a wonderful service to offer to the people in our community. So all the funds raised stay right here in our community. There's 2 vans on the road, so obviously the fundraising events go to keep insurance and keep gas in those vans and get them out there. And what territory does Friends Together cover, Stace?
We have 5 counties: Presque, Alpena, Alcona, Mount Morenci, and I'm missing one. I should know this.
Iasco?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I'm just trying to think here. And so we'd like to encourage people in those communities, you know, if you need a ride to University of Michigan Hospital for some testing that you can't get done here, if you need a ride to Alpena for chemo, if you need a ride for your doctor's appointment, whatever you need to help, if you have testing, or just the support, coming to one of the support group meetings and meeting with someone who, when you say, oh, I feel like this, they really know what you mean.
Yeah, it's amazing on support group, either during the day when they have a support group or at night, the number of people that are there, and they just build such a bond. They come together, and it's a really good support system for people that are going through the journey of cancer at the time.
It is. Now, I know that there's a Guys Like Us support group, and there's a Tuesday night support group. Is that for caregivers?
There is one for caregivers.
Okay.
There's also the Tuesday night that is women and men.
Okay.
Any type of cancer.
Okay.
We have one for women. It's called WOW on Wednesdays. We have ones that are for grief.
Okay. Grief
We have a lot
support,
of different
grief
supports.
And so if anyone that's been affected by cancer, if your life's been touched by cancer, best bet is just to call Friends Together and say, hey, I have this diagnosis, what do I do?
Yeah, call, stop in. There is so much that we can offer people. We can walk them right through their journey.
Okay, and now we want to talk about another event.
Yeah, we have joined together with Hope Shore Alliance, and we're doing a second chance prom. It sounds like it's going to be really fun.
Well, with Amber Smith running it, I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's going to be February 24th.
Okay.
It's a Saturday. It's going to be at the KFC Hall. Tickets are $25 each.
Okay.
They're available at Hope Shore Alliance
All right.
and Friends Together. And you can wear a new prom dress, you can wear an old prom dress, you can wear your wedding dress, a bridesmaid dress. You can wear any dress you want, a suit, a tux, anything you want. If you have a tux from the 70s and you can still fit in it, you can wear it.
That would be the clue, yeah. Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, it's just going to be a night of fun. We're going to have heavy hors d'oeuvres. We have a DJ. There's going to be a cash bar. There's going to be prizes and that. We're going to have a silent auction.
And now, do you have to wear a prom dress in order to come?
Nope. Nope. You can wear any type of dress you want.
Okay, that sounds like a lot of fun. And once again, the money will be split between Friends Together and Hope Shores Alliance?
Yes. Yep.
And I know that I saw out on Facebook that they're looking for donations for baskets. So if you have a service or a gift card or something that you do or would like to put a basket together, what would be the best way to reach someone, Stace?
You could contact Friends Together at 356-3231.
I'd like to encourage everyone, if you're in any kind of business, to put together a basket, something that maybe showcases your business, or maybe something that you go buy gift cards from businesses that support your businesses or friends that have helped you through things.
Yeah.
Put together a basket so it can be seen by everyone and raffled off and raise a lot of money for 2 wonderful organizations in our community.
Yeah.
Hope Shores Alliance is an organization that deals with sexual assault and domestic violence, and just like cancer, there's a lot of those things happening in our community that not everyone's aware of, so it's wonderful to be out there and support them.
Yeah.
Okay, Stacey, one more time again, when is the comedy show?
February 2nd.
Okay.
It's a Friday, and it starts, doors open at 6:30. The show starts at 7:30.
And it's at the
KFC Hall.
KFC Hall, and our next event
Is-
Second Chance.
The Hope Together Second Chance Prom
Okay.
is February 24th at the KFC Hall.
Okay.
And it starts at 6.
Okay. Phone number for somebody wants to get any information.
356-3231.
Thank you so very much for being here, and I look forward to hearing about the wonderful success of both events.
Thank you.
Thank you. Please stay tuned for Dr. Don McMaster following these messages.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Dr. Don McMaster. I'm president of Alpena Community College, and I'm pleased to have as our guest this morning Director of Admissions, Mike Colleen.
Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. Mike is involved, as many of you know, in really the lifeblood activity of the college, and that is managing enrollment. And one of the key areas of enrollment that we've had is early college with Alpena Public Schools. Could you share a little bit about that?
Absolutely. That's a sort of a newer program, although it's been about 4 years that Alpena Public Schools has had this new early college. A lot of people may remember dual enrollment, maybe when they were in school or their kids are in school. Early college is the opportunity for high school students to sort of have a 13th year of school or a 5th year of high school, which some people would be like, whoa, I don't want to do that. But that 13th year is primarily all with us. And plus they're taking classes their junior and senior year. We have students getting 45, 50, even 60. They're getting an associate's degree through this early college program. And it's very, very healthy right now. They've got 45, 50 students in both the 11th, 12th, and 13th grade years that Lee Fitzpatrick does the bulk of the work, and I sort of assist a little bit on our end.
Well, you're our person, and Lee's APS's person.
Right.
Lee presented at our startup this past week, and your thoughts on how he did?
Boy, Lee does a great job. If anyone knows Lee, he's about 6'8", so he's a big, tall guy and everything, but boy, he just cares for the students just tremendously, and he's really student-focused, student-centered to help them get success. And so he came in and just wanted to give an overview of how his students have been doing the last few years, and once again, just sort of a reminder, a refresher of the process. And he did great, and it was so nice to see a number of the faculty. I know Kendall Summericks, Matt Bedard really spoke highly of their interaction with Lee and the quality of students that are in the program. He had some numbers that they have real high success rates in all their classes, much higher than the general student population, which is just accounted to the fact that they're great kids coming over and taking advantage of a fantastic opportunity.
Yeah. One thing that spoke real clearly to me was Lee's understanding of intervening with students and when that needs to happen, and that occasionally students, as young people, don't have a clear understanding of what the process is, what college means, and how they can succeed.
Well, right, and that's what Lee is. Lee's the middle person. He's that early college student support specialist. The key thing there is support. And he gets to know them, develops a relationship with them. He meets with them regularly throughout not only the beginning of the process, but throughout their 3 years. And he understands all their needs and their desires and their hopes and goals. And his plan is to help them get there. And he does a fantastic job. It was just, they couldn't have found a better person.
I agree. This ties, I think, to APS winning a statewide award, which they will get, I believe, next week.
Right.
Down in Grand Rapids for career readiness.
Absolutely, and they do so much over there. I mean, their CTE programs, their early college, their dual enrollment. Boy, I'm in and out of the high school a lot, and there's just a lot going on, and the kids really are responding and getting great, valuable employability skills at the high school level. Then they come over to us and just enhance them.
Yeah, I just came from a presentation by a former CEO of Dana Corporation. He was on campus today. That's a $7 billion a year company. And he was talking about these CTE manufacturing type jobs that are out there that are middle to upper middle class jobs, careers that are going unfilled.
Absolutely. And there's a skills gap out there.
Yes.
And there was a stretch of years where students were being just sort of all going 4-year college bound, which is great. We need those folks as well. But that may not be for everybody. And that's what the CTE classes, a lot of students in Lee's early college are first generational. So he's helping them just through that whole process like you mentioned. And boy, there's fantastic employment, not just in the nation, in Michigan, right here in northeastern Lower Michigan.
Betcha.
There's great employment opportunities to be able to have a very, very comfortable lifestyle.
Absolutely. And the linkage between the ACC and APS is strong and positive and trusting.
Yeah.
and that's very important to both parties. People may not realize that we do a fair amount in something called direct or concurrent enrollment.
Yeah.
And could you speak to that a little bit?
Well, that's another sort of newer program out there that was initiated last year by Governor Snyder. To my knowledge, Governor Snyder attended school in Ann Arbor, and while he was in high school, he received some type of college credit through a CT program, and so he made it an initiative, sort of an incentive for the CT programs out there to offer some type of college credit to their CTE students. It opens the door for them. It lets them know it's possible. So last year, he made a chunk of money available for schools to do this, and we, ACC and the public schools combined, and we offered an intro to careers, or I'm sorry, job search strategies class last year, sort of direct or concurrent enrollment at Alpena Public Schools. There were over 300 students at Alpena Public Schools alone, another 60 or 70 in Alpena, and close to 120 down in Tawas, that we provided this one credit class to that was a job search strategies, resume, cover letter, sort of interview techniques, that sort of ties right with their CTE programs. So we're doing that again this year, and this year it's an intro to careers. So the students that were involved last year, they're going to get another free college credit.
Right.
And what's nice about that is the public schools are paying the tuition, and then they're able to get some additional state funding that they're putting right back into their programs.
Yes.
And over at Alpena, they've made significant enhancements. I know that this network here did a little bit of their Friday road trip with a couple of their news anchors, and they went over and did some tours of it, and it was fantastic. And really, if people do get a chance, if they have an open house or something, there's a lot of good stuff going on over there.
There sure is. And Dr. Van Wagner, Lee, Joyce McCoy, you, the CTE instructors there, our CTE instructors, or our career and occupational instructors, there's a importance that those all bind together in a productive way for the community. We got about 30 seconds left. Any thoughts you want to leave with the viewers?
Well, I think it's just the one thing is certainly, I mean, ACC's got a lot going on. I mean, if it's just one class, a semester, a whole year, or an entire program, keep us in mind as a great place to get those, upgrade some job skills, get some new ones, or maybe you're just totally shifting gears. We're there. We got great summer classes coming up next fall. Just stop in. The admissions office right there in Van Leer Hall, we'll take care of you.
Very good. So you'll see Mr. Colleen as you come in the front door of Van Leer Hall, hang a left, and there you'll be. Thanks, Mike.
You bet.
And thank you folks for watching Talk of the Town. We'll see you again next week.
This has been Talk of the Town with your host, Nancy Smitham and Dr. Don McMaster. For a list of community events taking place in Northeast Michigan, please visit our website at wbkb11.com and click on our community link. This has been a Thunder Bay Broadcasting Corporation production.